Yeah. Talking about subject matter, Guru obviously, talked about the hard streets, but he also could flip it and do something like betrayal or discipline, man. What do you think made Guru like so deep as far as his subject matter, and what is his legacy to you?
I think what made him deep is like he was schooled properly. You know what I mean? Like for all those who don't know that, like me, even though Guru was a bit older than me, but I was the one who snatched him up as a man. You know, he was a senior at Morehouse College, and I came through Atlanta, man. You know, I was getting ready to play some football at Fort Valley State, and I came through, man. You know, and taught him to rhyme. You know, I told him we could rap. You know, we could get this popping. You know, and he couldn't rap at that time, but just I did, but he could sing a little bit. So I used to, really coach him, man, really work with him to get this rhyme thing down. So we had broke out of when he came back to graduate and let his parents know what his new path was, and I was his man. You know, they were kind of against that a little bit because they just felt I was a street dude, and they was like trying to wonder why he was listening to me after all these years of going to college. And then we cooked and we did a lot of shows around Boston. Then got our feet wet. Then we broke out to Atlanta. And we went out to Atlanta, man. We had a couple of G's or so, but then when that ran out, we had to, go to the hustle. And I was a hustler. He wasn't. He was more or less an educated dude. So I was out there getting it for us. And then I, taught him what we had to do to stay disciplined and strong about that and to get this money and to try to, man, realize our dreams. Well, we was he was smoking one day and he lit up a blizz or something, and he threw the match or the paper out the window, and it caught on fire. So it burnt the house down.
Oh,
So
darn.
once the house got burnt down, we had to come back to Boston, and that's how things kind of went their separate way after a while. I had to do some time, and then he became a soldier, man, when we was over there because everything we had to deal with from living and really that was the first time him being on his own. And I've been on my own basically, man, give and take realistically like since 15.
Mm.
So, I taught him that, I broke him and I was like, nothing can defeat us. And once I went to the side, he had that in him, and I think it gave him the strength to go to New York as a Boston rapper at that time, which they were hating on Boston, and he conquered that.
Mm-hmm.
And we had made a pact, man, that if one of us, we broke up and one of us made it, we'd come back and get the other one. That's what we really was about, and that's what he did. So his legacy to me is that he honored the word. I started the group, you know what I mean, because I had, I wrote our rhymes, both of our rhymes, and, both parts and all that stuff, and then once he became a better writer and understanding, he was able to take it to the next level, but he never forgot who was like the teacher and the sensei, which was myself. And then his legacy to me is like, he honored his word, and then I was able to see the world, and he was able to let my talents like be known too, along with him. And to people out there, a lot of his street edginess was from growing up in Boston and knowing the stories, but a lot of it was from me, like personally, because all the things I went through, and he was like, we were really tight, like brothers. So,
Mm-hmm.
he took a lot of my values, man. He just really put it to work. And then I had a lot of stories. I got millions of stories just from life that I lived. So, that reflected that way. And his legacy to people should be that he was a good storyteller, because he wasn't a gangster. He wasn't really a street dude or none of that, but he was a good storyteller, and he had a lot of stories had morals, and a lot of them was just telling it like it was, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, that's probably his legacy. There was some things to be learned, but there's also some things to be learned on the lifestyle too. So, let him be known as a great MC, a great storyteller, and he partnered up with Premier to make some great music, and that'd be that.
All right, and speaking of which, that's what I was gonna ask you next. What do you have to say about that? Falling out, if you want to call it that, that DJ Premier and Guru relationship.
Well, Guru and DJ Premier were never really the tightest buddies, but they were professional people and they coexisted, and there wasn't really no hate. Like if there was any frustration and disgruntledness, that was on Guru's part. It was never Premier. You know what I mean? Guru just always felt that I think inside he wanted to be more pop like, you know what I mean? And he wanted to be broader, he thought he should be, and he felt that he was stuck in a situation with Premier, in the music and the style or whatever, so that was the truth, because that was my friend, I know that. So anything he had against Premier was like his self-inflicted. Like he just wanted to do something else. Always felt, I mean, they had a few beefs in there, but it was never Premier. It was never on Premier. And Goo was my man. I loved him like a brother. Still do, whatever. But I knew the fact I was in there. I was part of the foundation, part of the group, part of the. They looked to me for a lot of guidance and a lot of, I had a lot of final says on moves that we used to do. And so, that was what that was about. Premier still waited, for Guru probably to come around and maybe get back together and do something classic. But that'll never happen.
All right, so, Shug, is there anything else you want to say to the people about Guru or about anything else you got upcoming, with Big Shug and all that?
Yeah, basically, I just want everybody to remember him as a great artist, and somebody that, as a man was able to learn a craft and then bring it to the world, man, and perfect it. You know what I mean? So all those years of going to school, he was, he became this great MC, just by like a lesson and a desire, So music is invincible to be around forever, man. So we'll always have that. He had a son too, so keep his son in your prayers, KC. And we move on. As far as me, I got an album coming soon called I Am Forever, which means Invincible Music Forever. Which is the first song will be featuring a Fat Joe and M.O.P. called Hard Body. You'll be hearing it soon, produced by DJ Premier.
Okay.
Also, Singapore Kane and Terminology on the album, Slain, and others, just bringing that authentic hip-hop. Also, I'm in a movie coming up, the Ben Affleck movie called The Town. I play a drug dealer named Kenny in that movie. That'll be out September 10th, so come and, check Shug out in that movie.
Yeah, definitely check that out.
And the top of the year, for all those who know, some know that I sing as well. I have a band called the Legion of Funk featuring Shug, Big Shug, which next year that project should be coming out called The Living Room. So that's Team Shug for real. And Singapore Kane and Guru and Guru's family, the Judge Elam and his mother, and just, let's keep the legacy going. DJ Premier, listen to our music. We're going to keep bringing it to you, and and always appreciate and support WERS, because it's always been there for me, and it's always represented true, authentic hip hop, soul music, and reggae, and all of that. So you got to support 88. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up, Shug, man. Thanks for calling in. We had to give you this spotlight right now because Guru was so legendary all across hip hop, man. But first and foremost in Boston, he's definitely the biggest MC to ever come out. It's been a pleasure talking to you, man. And WERS always shows love to legends. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. And another thing I want people to know as well is that when we as they go to walk by the Commons and get on trains and all that stuff, that's when me and Guru used to start. We used to go to Commons, man, just rap, and people would surround us, you know what I mean? And we would just do our thing, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, so if you believe in yourself, man, just keep doing it, you know what I mean? And, keep doing your thing, man, and, believe in your music, man, and it starts somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not over. Like, I'm going to continue to ride for us, Gangstar and Guru, and, stay tuned, man,
That's what's up, man. WERS 88.9 FM. Leader of the new Kid Cool in the building.
Yes, sir.
Big Shug. Guru's legend lives on, man. You already know. 88.9.